Hey, it's Don Skaggs with Empowered Inventing, the one place where we try to help you help other people by taking your great innovation, the right opportunity, mixing those with sound wisdom to help you turn them into real things like products and businesses. Now today, I want to talk to you about 5 ways to keep from becoming an invisible inventor. Now, there's so many inventors out there that will tell me at times that they are frustrated because no one seems like they're interested. No one calls them back. Nobody makes them any offers. It may be, if you're one of those people, it might be that you become an invisible inventor. And there's really reasons why you might be invisible to the right people who would possibly want to buy, resell, or license. Now, sometimes you all out there, you're afraid somebody is going to steal your idea. Don, I don't want to show it to anybody because I'm afraid somebody's going to steal it. Well, guess what? If you don't show it to anybody, then no one is ever going to see it. It's really, really kind of simple, but a lot of people don't get that. Don, and I've told the story before about the poor guy that had the invention in his garage for a solid decade because he was afraid somebody was going to steal it, and the technology and the world and time passed him by. Now, I get it. Sometimes, it's a valid concern. But to be honest, to be truthful, and I've patented and sold a lot of products, but I have never had one stolen. And I've had people try to copy me before. I've had people try to steal ideas before. I have never had a product stolen until it was already making a lot of money out in the marketplace. It became popular. That was when the people stood up and, oh, look, he's making money with that. Well, we could copy that. That's when you need to be concerned, not when it's still a prototype. If you hide it away, the world will pass you by. Now, I want you to be smart about it. I want you to have a good lean patent strategy. We teach those. We've got classes for those. We do those in a lot of videos. So you can learn what to do to protect yourself in a smart way without spending all your money. But don't let it hold you back. Don't, have a good strategy. Put that strategy in place. Put it in place at the right times. But don't let it prevent you from not being invisible, because guess what? They won't even know you're an inventor if you don't tell them, or a product developer or whatever. Now, another thing, if you don't have a website, they won't see you. They really don't. Not having a website in the 21st century is like not having your number in the phone book in the 20th century. Did I say 20th or 21st? Not having let me say this over again. Not having your number, this is worth repeating. Not having a number, not having a website in the 21st century is like not having your name in the phone book in the 20th century. And another thing is, let's say you're talking to somebody, or you're having a phone conversation, and you're saying, well, hi, I'm Don Skaggs, I'm from ABC Company, and while you're talking to them, guess what they're doing? They're looking you up. Okay, well, let me see, ABC Company, well, I don't see a website for you. They won't think you're for real. You'll be invisible. Oh, well, who's this person? They don't even have a website. And that it will give you, if you had any credibility before, it will lower it to zero almost immediately. There's a lot of very, very good, again, lean ways that you can get a website going. Now, it doesn't have to be Steven Spielberg, George Lucas level production of a website. And that's the other thing. A lot of people just say, well, Don, you see, I want it to be this, and I want it to be that, and I want it to be this just grand thing, and I want to have this big section over here, and I want to have this page that, and they turn it into a Steven Spielberg production, and guess what? It never happens. It can be real simple. It just has to be simple and clear. That's all you need to get started. And guess what? If you do it like that, you can get started fast, and it'll probably, in the beginning especially, give you a better message. It's your sell sheet. It's your sell sheet in cyberspace, and you need to have one. Otherwise, they're going to think you're invisible, or you will be invisible to them. Now, another thing is that if you think, oh, if I build it, they will come. That's a line from a bad Kevin Costner movie. If you liked that movie, by the way, sorry, I disagree. But if you think, oh, well, they'll respect me because this is such a great thing, and that, by the way, that's pride, and that will really kind of mess you all up. But oh, Don, this is people will respect this for what it is, and they'll come running, and you know. What was it? Emerson said, you know, if you build a better mousetrap, they'll beat a path to your doorway. Well, that poet actually never invented a thing in his life. And it proves it from that quote, by the way. Because no, if you build a better mousetrap and nobody knows it's there, they're not going to come out of nowhere. That just doesn't happen. You actually have to market this thing. And again, protect yourself in the right way first, but you know, do the right steps like we teach the idea steps. But you get to that place where you're dropping that provisional patent, and you've done your legwork, and you're ready to go live. And guess what? You have to hit that ground running. And don't think people are going to beat a path. They're not. They're not even going to know where the path is. They're not going to know where to find you. They're not going to know what to find. They will not come to you. You have to come to them. Now, lastly, well, no, second to last. This is point number 4. The fourth thing is that if you're not out there connecting with enough people, well, Don, I talked to 10 people. Well, maybe you need to talk to 100 people. Well, Don, I talked to 100 people. Maybe you need to expose it to 1,000 people. If you're not out there connecting with enough people, you may become invisible because you've not crossed the path, intentionally crossed that path yourself of the right person that needs to see what you have. We have a saying here, nobody wants to dance with the wallflowers. You got to be out there on the rug, you got to be doing some stuff, and if you want to do a licensing deal, I personally think that if you've got some traction out there and it looks real and you've actually even got some sales going, a lot of times it's going to look a lot more attractive than if you just walked in with just a product that's never sold the first item. Now, can you do that? Oh yeah, and I know a lot of good people that are very, very good at doing that. I'm personally not that good at doing that. I've sort of delved in it a little before, but I personally like you to seed that mine, and by seeding the mine I mean going into that mine and digging out some really good big chunks of gold and leaving them there for display, so when they come in and you're showing the mine off, guess what? They want to buy the mine. So nobody wants to dance with the wallflowers. Use LinkedIn. Use Facebook if it's appropriate. Use email. And you know what? Guess what? There's old-fashioned calling. You can always do that. Now, lastly, have all your optics right, have an email address, and don't have it be, you know, sweetbaby@yahoo.com or something. No, it needs to be your name, a domain that you've already got. By the way, you can get domains cheap for that cheap website, that lean website that you put together that looks good, but it was put together without spending all your money. You got a good domain web, you've got the domain web for an email, you've got a good phone number, we've got a nice outgoing voicemail, nice professional outgoing voicemail. Don't say, hey, this is Joe, just call me if you need to. No, you need to have something that looks professional because you're dealing with professional people, and if you want professional people to engage with you, you have to talk their language. Anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. Don't be an invisible inventor. I'm Don Skaggs. This is Empowered Inventing TV. Like and subscribe. Help us to build our tribe. And I will look to see you at the next meeting, workshop, online class, or on the next video.